Welcome to another episode of No Ordinary Woman, where we recognise and celebrate women of all ages and all stages. I'm Fiona Briffa, and today I've got Kaley Chu joining me, and I'm so excited to talk to you, Kaley.
Hello, Fiona. Thanks for having me today.
No worries. Now, for those watching, Kaley Chu came to Australia and she was a very, very shy individual, and she decided that it was a great idea to break out of her shyness by going out and having 100 lunches with strangers. What were you thinking, Kaley?
I don't know what I was thinking, but that was a brilliant idea that I'm so proud of. At that time, I was just desperate because I was in meetings where I couldn't talk to people, and I think okay, my life wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Everything was okay, but then I feel like one day it's just enough. Like I hit a wall, I was embarrassed because I wasn't able to talk. Then I go, I had to do something. What am I going to do? And then that idea just came to my head, and I go, let's just do it.
That's amazing, because that is the last thing, somebody who is really shy, it's the last thing you would normally want to do. And I think it is so incredibly brave and amazing for you to go, how am I going to break out of this shyness? I'm going to do the very thing that scares the living daylights out of me.
I think that's what happens when you hit the rock bottom and go, now I have to fix this. Because I don't know if you watched my story before, because it was really, really bad. Like I know, okay, where do I start? Immigrants, finished school here, married, 2 young kids, finished my second maternity leave, go back to a job. And my whole entire career is all around Asian. I've got Asian friends, Asian colleagues, and Asian clients. Life was okay until I got this new job when I actually finally, 12 years in Australia, have to talk to Australians.
Yeah.
I know that sounds stupid to a lot of people. That sounds really silly, but that's really like scare me. And I know a lot of people probably from Asian background or immigrants can relate to that. It's just scary. Not that we're not friendly or racist or anything. We're just scared of that's a little bit different.
Absolutely.
And then because I couldn't perform well in a meeting where I was supposed to present, because when I say I couldn't perform well, I didn't say a single word.
Yeah, right. I noticed that on your TED Talk. So for those of you watching, you can go and see Kaley's TEDx talk where she shares more about that information. So in summary, you came to Australia, but you found yourself just with a community of people from your original location, right? And so it was like trying to break out of that and being able to have conversations with other people. And I can't even imagine, because I've never been to another country where their language is my second language. So to be brave enough to step out. So you got the idea to just go out with 100 strangers and get to know how to communicate with them and how to engage with them. How did you come up with the people? Like, how did you choose?
Okay, so like I said, I was really desperate at that time. I feel like I'm gonna lose my job, and everything's falling apart. So I had to do something, and the platform that I used was LinkedIn, because I feel like I don't know where I'm going to find all the strangers, but I do want to know a little bit of them before I go and talk to them, instead of just completely random. So I thought LinkedIn's a good professional platform where you can actually stalk them a little bit. You read the resume type thing, where they're working and what's their background, and see a little photo of them. So I feel a little bit more comfortable in knowing that, okay, that's probably, a decent human being. I can have a conversation with. So I started sending lots of invitations through LinkedIn and just invite them out for lunch.
Wow. Did you get any really weird responses?
Not really weird responses, but yes, people are curious, and some people go, okay, just be upfront here. What are you trying to sell me? Is it network marketing, or is it timeshare, or is it something? I go, no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. And then when I first started, I'd say 90% of people either ignore me or reject me. And that's perfectly okay. And then I just go out and have lunch with whoever's willing to have lunch with me.
I think that's brilliant, because if some stranger asked me out to lunch, be like, okay, strange person, I'm not quite sure what you want. But yeah, you would think that people's reactions would be, you want to sell me something, you need something. But when you hear the story behind it and go, I'm trying to break out of my shyness and I'm wanting to engage with a variety of different people, you go, well, that's just a really cool idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so as I start to share more about the photos of the lunches and stories and people that I've met, then luckily more people come on board, and the rejection rates drop significantly, and I got a lot more amazing people, throughout my journey.
That's unreal. So you came here and you started out this very shy but gorgeous human being, and now you're a confidence coach. So you've gone from one end of the spectrum to the other, and now you've just got this amazing confidence. You're going and having lunches with strangers, and you've got a passion for connecting others as well, because your real passion is knowing that people need connection, right?
Absolutely, yes. In particular, now COVID's sort of over. That just make us realize that how beautiful it is to be able to have a conversation with someone face to face and just connect and be with other human beings.
Yes, and we learned that last year, didn't we? And I've noticed on your website, because I know you've got the book 100 Lunches with Strangers, but I didn't know you've actually got a whole network of people to just book a lunch with, because we can go through your website and book lunches with strangers ourselves, right? If we want to step out of our comfort zone.
Yes, because while I'm really thankful for LinkedIn because it changed my life, but then that's not really what LinkedIn is for. LinkedIn doesn't really encourage people to connect with strangers. You're supposed to only connect with people you know. And also it's really hard because when I did it, like I said, the rejection rate is high. You have to spend time explaining to people why you're doing it, where you're really located, because when we put Melbourne, it could be 2 hours away from a different side of town. And so I thought, okay, because I don't have one single platform that I can use that can make this so easy for people, I would just create one. So everything's free on there. You can jump on there, 100lunches.com. It's just a passion project where I want to connect people together. So if they share similar value, they just want to meet strangers, they want to expand the horizon and meet more people in general. Just go on the website. You can put your lunch availability and where you've located. If you want a virtual lunch, if you want a face-to-face lunch, a little bit of information about yourself, then we can book lunch with each other, just a few clicks. So it makes life easier for people.
Wow, that's so cool. And I know that there's a lot of social platforms out there and social networking and all that sort of stuff, but it's really just like, it's very safe and it's easy to just like people's posts and follow people on LinkedIn. But it's really the only time I ever get contacted by anybody on LinkedIn is because they want to sell me something, you need these. This is a platform for genuine connections where you just want to go out and meet someone new and, like you said, broaden your horizons and expand your connections and connect with people. Doing this show, the No Ordinary Woman show, I've just met so many amazing women that I never would have known about. And I think that connection thing that you've got going on as well is necessary, like you said, after last year during COVID. But I do have a question, because for people that are trying to overcome shyness or that need to build their confidence, how did you feel the first time you went out? Just to make it normal for those trying to do it at home, how did you feel for your first lunch?
It was scary as I was so scared. I almost just want to cancel because, okay, more than that, a little bit of background story as well. I met my husband when I was 13 years old, so we came to Australia together. I have never even dated in my life other than my husband. So meeting strangers is a very, very foreign concept for me. In particular, people that look different, from different cultural background, with different industry, and very different to me. It was intimidating. And the first couple of lunches, how do I say that? They're interesting learning curves. But let me just say that my second lunch was way better than my first one. My third one was way better than my second one. And after a while, I start to really, really like them. And now that's my passion. Like I said, this morning, I just had breakfast, not lunch, breakfast with a stranger, with an amazing lady with an incredible story. So it's just something that I enjoy doing, but then there's a process that you just have to go through. And I love to hold your hand and help you go through the process if someone would love to do the same. Yes,
that is so lovely. And that's the thing, like for anything that we try that's outside of our comfort zone, that you don't wait until the fear goes away, do you? You've just got to feel the fear and do it with the fear until you get better and better and better at it, and then the fear gets less and less and less and less. And allow yourself to be awkward, allow yourself to not know what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I put up a video on my YouTube channel because people ask me, how does it feel to get out of your comfort zone? How does it feel to have lunch with strangers when you're really shy yourself? And then I couldn't find a better way to demonstrate that than me jumping out of a perfectly good plane. So that was me. A video of me skydiving. So at first I was screaming the whole time. I was screaming before I jumped out of the plane. I was just screaming the whole time. Go, what am I doing? What was I thinking? And I jumped out of the plane, and the view was just beautiful. And then when I got down to the ground safely, I was doing a happy dance. I couldn't help but was doing like really silly dance like that, just jumping around, being so happy. And I feel that's exactly the same as lunch with strangers. That's exactly the same as lots of things in life. We just imagine how horrible the journey would be, but it's nothing like that. It's all in our head. And once I make the jump, and it's just beautiful. And when I got down there, it's just a celebration. And a lot of people like to focus on how scary it is. I can't do this. And no. But then focus on the celebration. Focus on why you want to do it in the first place. How much you can achieve when you break out of your shell, when you have more confidence, when you have the network to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Because for me, my whole life purpose is I just want to be a role model for my kids. And I feel like by doing that, by feeling more confident and doing what I'm doing now, I can be a better mom for my kids. So
that's gorgeous. And really, we do know that fear is one of the most, the biggest thieves of our potential. If we let things stop us because we're scared of doing it, we never find out what we're truly capable of. And by stepping out of that fear and out of our comfort zone is the only place for growth. And I always say to my clients, like, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear in your comfort zone. It's all out there. Go get it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you watch my latest video that I just put up on YouTube and on my social media. I've done this called free coffee challenge because I just launched this confidence transformation program, and it's a 6 weeks program where it's like hands-on, out of comfort zone challenges. And what we did last week was I did it first. I showed people how I did, because the whole point of doing it is to get over rejections, because people are so scared of rejection, and I want to show them how I deal with rejections. So I purposely getting rejected. I go to cafes and ask people, hey, can I have a free coffee? And show them how I deal with the rejections. And then after a few attempts, I actually got the coffee, not only one but 2 coffees. And they asked me, what coffee do you want, how many sugars you want? And it's just amazing. And then I asked the people in the program to do the same, and you know what, a lot of them got them in the first go. I'm like, whoa, you're supposed to learn how to deal with rejections. But what we learn is that if you don't ask, you don't get. If you ask, then you might get it. And sometimes even more than what you ask for. It's just a beautiful thing. Just ask what you want in life.
Exactly right. That's a thing. Like, if you don't ask, you don't get. There's only two answers to your questions, either yes or no. And dealing with rejection, because that's also another thing. It's like, apart from public speaking as one of the greatest fears, is and another thing that absolutely holds us back from really fully reaching our potential. So starting to get the mindset of, if I get rejected, who cares? But what if I don't? Right? What if I don't? It means you will get things that you never would have ever gotten. So I love that. I love that whole overcoming the rejection and overcoming the shyness, stepping out of your comfort zone. And so if I'm going to leave a link to Kaley's website down below if anyone's interested in doing those confidence challenges and rejection challenges, and 100, and even just connecting and getting those 100 meeting other people from your website as well. But I did want to ask you, like, what is the biggest thing you're most proud of out of this whole journey of 100 lunges with strangers?
I feel like I've found a solution to a lot of things in life by accident, because when I first started, it's just a purely personal challenge. But as I start to share my story and other people doing similar things like they do what I've done, which is like going out and have lunch with strangers, I realized that it wasn't an accident that my confidence started to grow and my network started to grow and I started to have so many opportunities coming to my way. It wasn't like a um, how do I say that? What I want to say is other people follow the blueprint, do the same thing, are getting very similar results, which makes me super proud because seeing other people's life being transformed and they're living much happier life now and they're achieving their full potential just makes me feel like, oh, this is so beautiful.
And you probably, well, not probably, you would never have been able to imagine when you first decided, I'm going to go and have lunches with strangers because I need to break out of my comfort zone. You never would have envisaged where you are now, would you?
I like to pretend that I am that clever. But no, that was just purely by accident how we got to where I am today.
That's the thing. So like for anybody watching, you never know by stepping out of your comfort zone where it's going to lead you down a path that you may never even have imagined in your wildest dreams. Like Kaley, now a confidence coach, a former shy little timid person, now teaching other people how to step out of their comfort zones and just be their most confident self.
Yes, I love to tell people that's something like almost like my tagline. One connection can change your life, and you never know when your next life-changing connection is going to be made. So I can keep going for another 3 hours if you let me, about people that I've met in the last couple of years who completely changed my life or took my life to the next level. And you really don't know. So stay open for opportunities, stay open for connection, because let me repeat again, one connection can change your life.
That's it. One connection can change your life. So step out of your comfort zone. If you want to learn more about how to step out of your comfort zone, and if you want to find people to connect with, you can go to Kaley's website, and I'll leave the link in the description for this video. But Kaley, thank you so much for, first of all, what you did, and thank you for sharing your story with us on No Ordinary Woman.
Thank you so much, Fiona. Thank you for having me today. And just for those who are curious, I have to point it out that I've got a little swollen eye here because I've got a Kaley infection, something like that. So usually I look better. I'm just saying.
You're looking beautiful, but she's got a swollen eye, and we won't judge her for that because she's really no ordinary woman.
Oh, thank you. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you.
Thanks, Kaley, and thanks everyone for watching, and bye for now.
Bye.